and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Claudia Nyree. You can follow me on all my social medias. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, of course on YouTube. If you have been following this whole series, because we are currently in a series of 11 days of Christmas fragrance layering or fragrance combos, and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Turn on your notifications. That way you'll catch these videos as they air. And you'll be able to push in your advice. Tell us what you would love to hear about. This is a channel where I'm your host, and then you let me know what you want to talk about. And I try to do my very best to get it going. But for all of my subscribers that come back every time, I greatly appreciate you. We are on day 10. We coming to the end. We're on day 10. If you want to catch this, and this is your first time seeing my face come up on your feed, and you want to get the whole series, here are the two most recent ones that I put up. But if you check the description box, it gives you from day 1 to current. And that way you can catch up on all my fragrances, because there's probably a possibility I've already talked about your Christmas layering combo. And in that video is where you'll find it. But let's jump into what is day 10. Okay, so let's get into it. Day 10 was one that came out and I fell in love. The one I'm talking about is 1,000 Christmas Wishes. This was so beautiful because it has this beautiful elderberry note, right? And what it reminds me of is every time this season comes around, when it's cold outside, then I take an elderberry syrup. And I was one of those kind of weird people, I guess. When I would take the syrup, I'm like, God, this smells so good. So they put it in a fragrance. 1,000, oh, I have it backwards. 1,000 Christmas Wishes is going to be pomegranate prosecco. So it's going to be kind of champagne-like. It has sweet elderberry. It has star jasmine. So that jasmine is like a sexy grown woman jasmine. And then it settles out with this sugary woods. So it's almost like a woody note with just a touch of sweetness, right? This is not your kitty fragrance. This, you know, but a Bath and Body Works actually has a bunch of fragrances that can really just be perfumes, right? It could be something that you could possibly wear and you don't even really have to layer it with anything. It's great. Like things like your Forever Red, your Fairy Tale, to me is one of those. Another one is the Delina. They have one that's called Delina. I think can stand on its own. It's a lot of them. I put this one, 1,000 Christmas Wishes, in that category. Yes, but I truly do love the elderberry note. Now, you're not going to really find many fragrances, I'm going to tell you that now, that has elderberry. But you do have that grown, sexy woman fragrance that pairs beautifully with this. So let's get into the first one. The first fragrance that I believe pairs gorgeous with this one is going to be probably one you've heard so much about, and it is called Good Girl. First of all, let's just look at the bottle. This is such a sexy bottle. The idea of it and everything is just absolutely the best for me. But how do I feel that it pairs beautifully with 1,000 Christmas Wishes? Let me get the notes up for you so I can make sure that I'm telling you exactly. But there's a bunch of them in it that I know off top. It's the jasmine note. So to me, that star jasmine is blending beautifully. The amber that's in that fragrance is beautifully. It's blending like magic with that body scent, right? But the actual notes in it is almond, coffee, bergamot, lemon, tuberose, jasmine subric, orange blossom, orris, Bulgarian rose, tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood musk, amber, cashmere wood, cinnamon, patchouli, and cedar, right? You're like, oh my God, that's a mouthful. That's entirely too much. Yes, it is listed all of the notes. However, there are some predominant notes. My predominant notes in it that pairs great with this, of course, is the jasmine. It's that coffee undertone. It's the tuberose, the the Bulgarian Rose. And as soon as you kind of think that it's starting to settle down is when it's going to start to blend with that elderberry note. The elderberry note is like this bitter berry, right? So that bitter berry needs a little sweetness. So that's where the tonka bean, the cacao, the vanilla, and the praline in this fragrance starts to work with that elderberry. And that's how I wear this fragrance, getting more of the elderberry note. You got to kind of add an added sweetness to that elderberry because it is a bitter berry. But these two together is gorgeous. It's nice. It's really nice. For the mere fact of how each one of those notes start to dance and play together. And try it. If they bring this one back, get it, which I think they will. They may bring it back in a different packaging. And I know you probably have this in your collection. You either have a sample of it or you have it. Try them together. Another one that's probably in your collection, you probably know somebody who have it. You could probably get a sample of it because it's one of them Old Faithful that everybody talks about this scent. But I'm going to pair it with 1,000 Christmas Wishes. And remember, I'm trying to pull out that elderberry. I'm going to play more into that star jasmine. I am talking about YSL Libre. YSL Libre is lavender. The opening is lavender, which a lot of people are taken back by, but I actually like it. Lavender, that part of it doesn't really last that long for me. So that's probably why it's never really been a problem for me. But it has lavender, it has mandarin, mandarin orange, it has the black currant, it has pitta green, which is like a greenish note. It has another dose of lavender, and then it has orange blossom and jasmine. But the second dose of lavender, to me, just promotes the jasmine and puts the jasmine front and center. Then you have the Madagascar vanilla. You're going to have musk, cedar, and then ambergris, right? So you're going to have this ambery sweetness, this florally jasmine. All of that is going together. This is a fragrance I'm going to first tell you that you do not have to really layer this with anything. It is one of them sexy grown women fragrance that stand by itself. But then if you take and you got that lavender, you want to add a little more elderberry-ish note. Because again, like I feel, you're not going to really find too many elderberry fragrances. So you're going to add that in together, and I spray them together so I can give you the combo. The elderberry is now working with the orange. That mandarin orange and that black currant. Then as it begins to settle, where that lavender was promoting that jasmine, it's now got an added dose of jasmine. So you got more jasmine than you have lavender. So for all of y'all who are saying the lavender is too much, get 1,000 Christmas Wishes and you won't even smell the lavender. But what I can tell you on my skin when I wear it, because the dry down is not something you're going to catch off of this one spray or sprays together, is that creaminess, sweetness at the end. So Libre to me lasts a long time on my skin. I could spray it in the morning. I could be an oversprayer, but I spray it in the morning and I go throughout my day, and I can still smell it when I come home or I come back upstairs to want to take a shower. I still have it on my skin. So, but by that time, I'm living in, or I'm engulfed by the vanilla, the cedar, and the jasmine. That is what this fragrance is to me. Vanilla, cedar, and jasmine. And you don't so much get the orangey part. You don't so much, to me, get the greenness of the pedigree. But you do get the amber-ish of the ambergris. You get the vanilla musk of that musky vanilla. And you're going to get that jasmine. And then by pairing it with this one here, you're going to get this almost like a berry sweetness to it. Sexy. Absolutely sexy. And I'm a firm believer that you need to make your own fragrance. So we talked about day 10. And if you have watched this whole video, and again, you want to catch it from the beginning, look at the description. It's going to give you from day 1 to current, to all the videos that was in this whole series. And I know we're coming on to tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to be our last day of this series, and I hope that you have been enjoying it. But if you happen to have gotten 1,000 Christmas Wishes when it came out, I I would love to hear about it. What did you layer it with? Did you buy it to wear on its own? Did you buy the lotion and the body spray and that's all you wear? Or did you find a fragrance like I did and you went through your collection and found something where it can be a great base? In the comments, tell me about it in the comments. Communicate back and forth. And if you have been liking these series or any of the videos that I've been putting up and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Turn on the notifications so that way you can catch these videos as they air. And always hit the like button. That encourages me to keep going, and it lets me know, and of course YouTube, that you want to hear and see more videos like mine. So on that note, I'm going to bid you a wonderful night, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for day 11.